Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of October 28th to November the 3rd. We have for you this week, Leo, you're already doing it, Oracle card. We have the Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, the Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups, Judgment, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so Leo, look what I'm really feeling for you. You're probably looking at Tower and Judgment. I really feel for a lot of you that this is already played out and that you're sort of in that period of maybe a little bit feeling in limbo or the in-between stage after a tower has fell. I think some of you are finding your feet in a new chapter of your life. And I think that, you have made some movement, but you have been questioning that path that you're walking, questioning that direction. I think what the universe really wants you to know this week is that, you do need to trust that path and that you are actually heading on the right direction, in the right direction and to the right destination, even though you may not, really feel that at the moment. So I'm just going to begin by reading out that Oracle card. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. It's happening. You are closer than you think. You're exactly where you need to be and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted will soon blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You've come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. Beautiful. Leo, that completely is a perfect match for the cards that we have here. You are moving into a new chapter. Things will blossom. You just need to have faith. And I think sometimes it's difficult to feel that feeling of hope and faith, especially after we've been through a really, really difficult time. This is a cosmic showdown that I'm really seeing here. I think some of you have really had your foundations shaken. I think what I'm really feeling in this combination here is a situation that was closely tied with your stability has come down. I think maybe, life as you knew it and you thought was going to unfold has completely crumbled away. That could be a relationship that you thought was a forever thing has come to an end. Some of you might have to move homes, relocate towns. Some of you might have lost a job, or a whole career path might have come to an end. I feel like the change was more fundamental than just something ending, so then you can replace it or start again. I feel like this is a critical life wake-up call and something completely different happening for you in the future. But these things happen, these tower moments, these judgment calls, these wake-ups, they happen, Leo, because that situation wasn't in alignment for you. Whether you were conscious of that or not, sometimes we can find our comfortably numb state. But what the universe is saying is that you are destined for bigger and better things. So this had to come down because in a way that situation, was keeping you small, was keeping you constricted. And, that's not the space that you're supposed to be in, Leo. It's not the way to live your life. It talks about a tower that was built on a shaky foundation, so it didn't really take much to bring it down, but it wasn't a fit for you anymore. We have a square tower, we have a round crown, but the universe steps in sometimes to create this sense of chaos to ultimately get us back on our life track, and our life path. So it really is a blessing in disguise, but it's likely that you're still feeling quite vulnerable, like these people, Leo, quite stripped bare, especially if you have lost a construct that's very important for your stability, like a relationship, which is a sense of family, it's a sense of safety. A job same can be said about that. So I really feel like you are in that vulnerable moment thinking, okay, where to now? I'm really stripped bare. I really don't know what that direction is. But, Leo, this is all meant to happen. It's all meant to be. It's all for a reason. So you just need to trust that. So focus energies this week. We have the Eight of Cups and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, look, I feel, Leo, you have turned your back on that situation. You have started to take a few steps away from it and onto a new path. I don't feel that you know where you're heading yet, but you have started to walk it. And you know what the universe is saying that is that you're already doing it. You're already stepping onto the new path, onto the path that you're supposed to be in. So please trust that, because you are leaving something that it wasn't fulfilling for you. I think it was to a certain extent. We have 8 cups here, but there was a fundamental piece missing, a non-negotiable. Maybe in that role, in that job, you really loved it, you liked the people you worked with, but there wasn't that sense of progression for you, or the pay might not have been right. In a relationship, you might have had a good companionship, but not the chemistry. There's a key piece missing, and you're turning your back and walking away so that you can walk towards the 9 of Cups. You are on your way to reclaiming that final piece. And I think if you tune into your intuition, as represented by the moon here, you know that deep down. I feel like you had the ability to stay quite comfortably in the situation, but like I mentioned before, comfortably numb, if you could put your head in the sand and forget about that piece of fulfillment that you were missing. And we have that with the 7 of Pentacles here. So yeah, look, I just feel that a couple of different readings on this card. You did invest some time and energy into that past situation, Leo, but it just wasn't fulfilling for you. It just wasn't delivering. I also think that this card here shows that you are now starting to reinvest in a new direction and a new future. And I think you might be feeling in that state of, a little bit apathetic, just don't know where I'm heading. But as your oracle card mentioned, Leo, you have to remember that, things don't just blossom overnight. It's often in the next season, and I feel like you're in a setup time. So things are going to come to fruition. We can see that by what's coming in the future for you. But this is a period of realigning, readjusting, getting onto that new path, setting your GPS, putting in some time, effort, and energy into that new direction. And then in your next chapter, that's when you're going to really, really reap the rewards and the success and be victorious in this situation. I think that went up there, didn't it? Because here we go, it's in your near future, Leo. We have progression. We're going from the 8 of Cups to a 9 of Cups. We're leaving a situation that wasn't fully aligned, that didn't completely fulfill us, to head to the fulfillment here. That's what's on offer for you. You will be rewarded for walking away. The 9 of Cups is about fulfillment. It's about wish fulfillment too. It's about the things that you've always wished for. You've left this situation so that you can get what you truly wished for. The full 9 Cups, heading towards a 10 of Cups reality. 9 of Cups is about being satisfied, about being content in the emotional realm. Feelings of joy, harmony, and love. We all want that for our lives. And that's what makes us feel successful. I think you're really going to be victorious, Leo, and you can almost taste it, but it is just in that next chapter. So it's not this week, it's not next week, it's probably in the months to come. But I really feel that people are going to see this shift in you, Leo. You're going to have a change in your confidence. I think some of you are even going to appear more attractive, maybe because your energy is shifting, because you're lifting your vibration, because you're releasing situations that weren't a match for you, that were probably on a denser energy level. What I love about this too, Leo, if we just look at for a moment these 2 cards together, if this is you now, just taking those steps away from that situation that wasn't quite fulfilling, feeling a bit tentative and shaky on that path. This is you so firmly established in this path. You're now, riding a horse with your head held high, being cheered on by people, feeling confident of that journey and continuously riding into that 9 of Cups reality. So it might feel a bit funny at the moment. It might feel like it's not quite right at the moment. I feel like you're not too sure of yourself, but you're already doing it. You're already facing your true north, and you will in time see that you're on the right track and that you're heading in the right direction, Leo. Beautiful reading, but you know, often to get to that victory, to get to the next stage in our lives, we have to go through a bit of hardship. It's just the way it goes. It's that cycle of death and rebirth, death and rebirth. But with each cycle, we get closer and closer and closer to our life's purpose, to our truth, and to the things that fully fulfill us on a soul level. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week. I wish you all the best for it. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so it won't be for everyone. Leave me a comment if you'd like to share, because I'd really like to know how it's playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.